What's up, everybody?
So good to see you guys tonight. This is such a great night for you to be here, and I'm so excited to see you because this is our special version of Reach Weekend.
Yes.
What is Reach? It's our outreach ministry at TE Church, and there are a lot of things that you may know, but there may be a lot of things that you don't know about our outreach ministry, and we want to make sure that you're in the know. So we're glad to be here today. We were gone this past week. Tim was preaching at a conference up in New Jersey called the Rush Conference, and so that was a lot of fun. And while it's fun to be away, and we're honored to be away, there's nothing like being home.
That's right.
There's nothing like being home. So we're really glad that we're here tonight and that you're here tonight on Reach Weekend.
I was clicking my heels. There's no place like home. There's no place. Y'all don't get that, really? Come on, 6 o'clock. Old school, Wizard of Oz, 1939. Did you know that it did not win Best Picture? Seriously, did not win Best Picture. Gone with the Wind, same year. Anyhow, that's not super spiritual, I'm sorry. It's just information. When you come to TE Church, you learn things. Isn't that great? Anyhow, so yeah, we're at Reach Weekend. And listen, here's what I know. Our God is a God of the reach. Our God is always reaching. He's reaching into our situations. He wants to reach into our lives. Check this out, not only does he want to reach into us, he wants to reach through us so that we can reach the world. That's part of God's plan, to reach into us, change us, so that we can change the world. And that's what we're talking about, because our church is into life change. That's the number one thing here. We believe if you've got a relationship with God, he can meet you right where you are and begin to change your life and become the person that he wants you to be. And it doesn't matter where you've been or what you've done. It is never too late for God to take you where he wants you to go if you allow him to reach.
So good. As we kind of continue on, I want you to introduce the two gals on my right. We have an amazing team of leaders for Reach, and I want to introduce Kayla Dixon, who is our Reach developer. Give it up for Kayla.
Kayla.
And then on her right is Tasha Bosley, and Tasha is our logistics developer for Reach. So give it up for Tasha.
Yes.
Yeah. So we want to just dive into it, and we want to share the scripture, which is the essence of what we are with Reach. Follow along with me on Romans 15. So those of us who are strong and able in the faith need to step in and lend a hand to those who falter. And not just do what is most convenient for us, because strength is for service. Say service.
Service.
Not status. Not status. Each one of us needs to look after the good of the people around us, asking ourselves this question: how can I help? That's exactly what Jesus did, and he didn't make it easy for himself by avoiding people's troubles, but he waded right in, he got in the deep with them, he swam in the water, he got in the middle of their troubles, and he helped out. I took on the troubles of the troubled is the way the scripture puts it. So reach out, say reach out.
Reach out.
And welcome one another to God's glory. Jesus did it, now you do it.
So
Isn't that
good.
a call to action
Great.
for us as a church?
Great.
Such a great scripture if you want to be reminded why Jesus wants us to do this. He wants us to reach out. And that's what we want to do today, is we want to show you how we as a body of believers at TE Church can reach out into our community. Because how many of you know it's not just about people coming in, but it's about people coming in, getting lives changed, and then going back out,
That's
right?
That's good.
Which is all of us in here, we have a part to play in this big picture, this big masterpiece that God has designed for us. So let's just dive into it, Kayla and Tasha. And I want to ask you guys, tell us what the importance of Reach is. Why is it important for our church?
Well, before we get started, I do want to read the ministry's mission statement,
Yes.
because I feel like it really embodies exactly what we're doing and why we're doing it. So Reach exists to serve sacrificially, to extend radical generosity, and to love without expectation.
Wow.
And that's exactly
So
who Jesus was. And so we want to be the hands and feet of Jesus to the community and the world around us. And it's super important for this service to come from the church. I mean, I know the government and there's agencies all over the place that do provide a lot of services, but there's just something different. It's another level when that service is coming from inside the church.
Let me pause you 1 second. So you're saying, check this out, it's not the government's responsibility to take care of people.
Yeah.
It's the church's responsibility to take care of people.
Yes.
Let's not miss that.
Yes.
Good, that's great.
We're going to answer some questions tonight that it really are three questions that we're going to answer. Who is Reach for? What is Reach about? And why are we doing Reach? So as we go along, we're going to answer those three questions. You're going to find those throughout the entire service. The first thing that we want to do is we want to talk about some of the stats of some of the ministry events and actions that we've already taken this year and the previous year. Let's talk about that, Kayla. We're going to show some up on the screen.
Yeah, so locally we've been able to do Rock the Pumpkin, which happens every October. And this is just an opportunity for TE Church just to love on the community of Bridgeport, especially with no expectations. We're not expecting anything in return from them. We just want to give them an endless amount of candy, a safe environment to spend with their family, as kind of like a trick-or-treat event. So there's pictures of all these kids. It's just so rewarding to see all of their smiles as they walk through the line. And each car, each trunk is somebody serving those kids. And it's just so awesome to see the church be able to interact with the community of Bridgeport in this way.
So this means, and this is coming up in about a month, what does it mean for you? That you can get a car and open your trunk and decorate it and serve these kids and their families as they come through. We usually have between 35 and 50 cars depending on what we do for the year. Yeah. And how can they be a part of that, Kayla?
So pretty soon there will be an opportunity for you to sign up to serve at this event. You can serve in a lot of different capacities, but our biggest need would probably be the trunks for the trunk or treat event. So keep an eye out for that to be coming up.
I think last year we had almost 1,800 people come through the line. You know, I just had a thought too. We need a theme song for Rock the Pumpkin. You know what I think we should do? No, seriously, I just got this. Rock the Casbah, Rock the Pumpkin. I don't know, maybe it wasn't a great idea. Sometimes I have these ideas and I go, oh my gosh, this is the greatest idea. Rock the pumpkin, rock the pumpkin. Oh, now you get it. Now, like, well, 4 people. Oh, Pastor, that's awesome. That's life-changing. I just thought it was a good idea. Rock the pumpkin, rock the Casbah. Think about it, it'll grow on you. Anyhow.
It'll grow on you. Google it. So we provide Rock the Pumpkin for the community, but we also do some things for the actual school system of Bridgeport.
Yeah, so most recently we've been able to do our back to school blessing, and this is just an opportunity for TE Church to come together and give a ton of school supplies to the school district. And we've actually been able to donate over 20,000 school supplies over the last few years.
Let's give it up for that. 20,000.
Great.
And this is just an opportunity for us as the church to say, we stand beside you, we support what you do for the kids in this community, and we just want to let you know that we're here for you.
And Kayla, you work in the school system.
I do, so it's really close to my heart I get to see firsthand how that blessing impacts the kiddos at that school, because I deal with a lot of children who don't financially have the means to buy a pencil for the school year, to buy the notebooks that they need. And so I know, I actually was talking to a kiddo this summer and he said, I need a new backpack. And I said, you don't have to worry because I know where that's going to come from. And so these kids can come in year after year and know that they're not going to have to worry about where their school supplies are coming from, and that gives them a chance to really focus on their education so that they can have a successful life.
And you know what I love about that whole process is we are partnering with the school system, and in so many places, man, they tell you, no, you don't get connected. School and church, they're two separate things. But I love the fact that here in Bridgeport that we've realized that we are better together. That it shouldn't be the church over here and the school over here. Come on. God's plan is for us to be together. And I had an opportunity to speak to the staff and the administration, and I let them know, listen, our church wants to serve you. We want to help you, and whatever we can do to make your year better and to see you exceed expectations, that's what we want to do. And let me tell you what was really great is when I got done talking, the superintendent was there and he got up and he said, let me stop you. He said, TE Church, we want to serve you. We love what you're doing for our schools. We love how you partnered with us, and we are for you. And I want to tell you, that's not happening everywhere, and there's something powerful about partnership. Oh, somebody preach that. There is something powerful about partnership. Coming together. So it's an awesome thing, Linda, that we get to do that with this school system. It's great. I love it.
It's an honor. And we also have a few other things that we have done for locally. Let's talk about that, the third one up there.
So I'm going to hand it over to Tasha really quickly so she can talk to you about the Reach Days that we participate in, and then we can talk about some of the regional stuff that we've done.
Perfect.
Okay, for the Reach Days, we serve at the Soup Kitchen in Wheeling. We've served over 600 meals since June. To that community, and as most of you know, that's open to anybody. We also do Reach Days at Youth Services Systems in Wheeling, but they serve throughout the valley, and not just children. They have so many different organizations that they help out there. And then just recently we added on Catholic Charities. We have serve team member who's been doing Meals on Wheels, and we're ready to expand that as well. And we have a big long list of people we want to help out.
So we literally have something for everybody.
Yes.
Right? We have something for everybody. You know, we have to remember, it's not that we can't do everything, but we can do something.
Yes.
And I think we have to look at that in our own lives. We're going to give you a lot of stats, a lot of information about the things that we've been doing. You don't have to be a part of everything, but you can be a part of something.
That's right.
So maybe there's that one thing that you see, okay, I can help with Catholic Charities, or I can serve Meals on Wheels, or I can help with, you name it. Find that thing. You don't have to do it all, but you can do something.
Yes.
Okay.
So some of the other regional things that we've been able to do is deliver blankets to the Wheeling Freeze Shelter. And what was really cool about that, I know we always say we do things to the next level, but we really do things to the next level. And when we went to deliver these blankets, we carried a couple bags in just to say, you know, where do you want us to take these? And they thought we were done with a couple of bags of blankets that we had. And they were like, oh, thanks so much. We really appreciate it. Have a nice day. And I said, oh, no, we have like trunks full of these blankets that we have to bring in. And so it's just so awesome just to get to see the faces of the people we get to bless just because they don't expect it. And it's just so radically generous. There's a couple more things. I need the stats to know. We've done so many things, I can't keep it all straight. So we've also got to help 24 residents that are in transitional housing through the Wheeling Homeless Coalition. And what was really cool about that is we just got to show up. We had two different teams. So there was a team cleaning the transitional housing units from top to bottom, everything. They were on the countertop scrubbing. I think you saw it in the video. And then there was another team of us that got to take all of the residents just for a fun afternoon, just so that they could have an afternoon to themselves with us, just to treat themselves. And so we gave them all haircuts. We gave them the option to have haircuts. And we also all took them all to have a meal at a local restaurant.
It's so good. And another thing that we did, Pastor Robert approached me at one point, and he's been helping out with the sports programs down at Bridgeport High School and working with the student athletes down there and talking to the coach. And he said, hey, Pastor, I got this idea. He said, what do you think if we buy cleats for the entire Bridgeport football team? And you know what I thought? Whoa, that's a lot of money. I did. That's my first thought. I thought, wow, that's a lot. And then you know what I remembered? As you walk into our church and you come up the steps, we have codes on the wall. And the codes are representations of who we are as a church. And one of those codes is we are radically generous. And I thought, man, if we're going to talk the talk, we better walk the walk. And I said, let's do it. Let's buy them cleats. And this is what it looked like.
I want to make sure that you know is Pastor Robert not only had that idea, but he's also what we would call the motivational coach for Bridgeport school system. And what that means is that he speaks with the young men athletes, the male athletes, and he encourages them and he lifts them up and talks to them about not only what it looks like to be in school, but also what that looks like to be a young man out in the community. So we have that. Be praying for him as he does that, because that's a great opportunity,
Yes,
and not everyone gets to do that.
It's a good thing.
But he gets to do that. We're so proud of him.
That's a good thing.
It's a really good thing.
And you know what my heart is? I think, man, it's great we did it for Bridgeport. But how many of you know here at TE Church that our dream is big? And our vision is large and it's expanding. And here's what I think, man, it's great to do it for Bridgeport. But how about next year if we did it for Bridgeport? And we did it for Union Local. And if we did it for Wheeling Park. And if we did it for John Marshall. And if somebody help me preach right now, we did it for Martins Ferry. And if we just continue to expand and bless more and more people. And listen, don't miss this. This happens because of you. Man, this should be a weekend. I know, listen, it's not like hardcore preaching up here this weekend, but this is a message you don't want to miss, because this is what we're called to do. We are called to serve our community. This should fire you up like a message should. This should have you like, come on, man, this is me. I have ownership in this, because we are the church and we are here to help. So, man, I get excited about that. And just one other thing, I want to celebrate this. Last week, I don't know if you were here or not, but it was an amazing weekend at our church. It was one of the best attended non-holiday weekends ever in the summer. And people say people don't come to church in the summer. But last week was unbelievable. And it was our Say Yes Sunday. And we had 114 new people sign up and say yes to serving. And that's incredible. Man, and if that's you, man, congratulations. I believe your life will never be the same. When you step off of the sidelines, you get into the game, and man, it's going to be awesome for where we are going as a church. It's about serving.
It's about being the hands and feet of Jesus on earth. You know, he's not physically here manifested as a person, but you know, he's here through us. So we're the hands and feet of him as we walk out of this place and go into our communities, our schools, our workplaces. And this is just a small way that we can humble ourselves and say, you know what, it's not about me, it's about you.
That's right.
And I'm going to serve you. So have we tackled all the local and regional? Okay, let's go to international, because we're not done yet.
No.
Let's go to international.
We've got more stuff. So two of the things that TE Church does internationally, one thing is we partner with two ministries called Leading and Loving It and World Help. And what these two ministries are doing is they're supporting women in Thailand who are in cultural slavery. And these women culturally are the breadwinners of the family. So they are forced to do things that are not the healthiest on the streets to support their family financially. And what this ministry is doing down in Thailand is giving them the support that they need to learn a new trade, to support their family financially, to teach them about Jesus, and just to love on them as they're walking through this, transitioning into a healthier lifestyle.
Kayla and I both had the opportunity on two separate trips to visit Thailand, and there can be upwards on any one night of 30,000 girls who are in 4 different locations trying to support their families. And so what this mission does is we actually supported, I know it's on the screen, we supported a baking school. And why we did that, they don't have baking in Thailand. They don't have ovens. And so we decided that we would come alongside of World Help and help them to provide a space where the number one thing is to help these young women understand that there's something different for them, and they can be business owners, and they can have a trade because they're smart. They're smart. They've just been put into this situation because of the culture in Thailand.
Wow.
Do you want to add anything to that, Kayla?
I think you said it well.
Okay. And the shirts, the 1T for Freedom shirts, that's what these shirts are for. We actually have them out in the atrium if you kind of hang a right when you get out there. Every shirt that you purchase, all of the proceeds go to the baking school in Thailand. Or if when the baking school is paid for, it will go to other things that help these girls as well. And plus, it's just an awesome T-shirt.
Yeah.
Hey,
let's tonight, check this out. Just for the 6 o'clock, we've got a special. 1 for 25, 2 for 50. Just for tonight. Isn't that awesome? Somebody's clapping.
Radically generous.
Wow, thank you. No, it's funny, but it's worth it. It's all goes 100% goes to the cause. So by 4.
Yeah, and what's really awesome is when I wear it out in public, I get to tell people about Jesus because of it. So it's
Do we have
really
some
cool.
left? I know we sold a bunch already at the first 2 services
Yes,
today.
they go really fast. We've had to order, this will be our 3rd order
Wow.
of shirts. They go really fast, so make sure you get them.
So do we have more international? Okay.
We do. So TE Church also partners with a ministry called Healing Haiti, and we've actually sent 12 people over the last 4 years on trips down to Haiti. And TE Church has donated $3,000 to continue empowering the people of Haiti. And what that looks like is we've actually been able to fund an elders program down in Haiti. I love watching those little babies dance. We've actually gotten to fund an elders program down in Haiti, and that's a really cool ministry because the elders in Haiti they're kind of held on this high pedestal in Haiti because of their wisdom, but nobody lends help. Nobody helps them financially or physically in their home from the community. And so we've gotten to fund a program that goes into the home, prays over these people, and just serves them through mission trips. And so we've gotten to do that, and we've also gotten to send down supplies that have been needed through the ministry that they can't find down in Haiti that they need to get up here in America. So we've been able to do that as well.
You know what I've learned, Linda?
What?
This is the Haiti dance. Ready? That's the Haiti. That's what I saw. So, like I said, you learn something new at TE Church. That's the Haiti dance.
The Haiti dance.
The Haiti dance.
Yeah, we actually...
We're speechless. We're speechless up here.
I'm saying.
Speechless.
It looks, is that the Haiti dance?
I mean,
you
I
take
guess
somebody
so.
by the hand?
It's a Haiti dance. It's the Pastor Tim Haiti dance.
Did
Oh,
you have more,
I would go
Kayla?
just for the dancing to party.
So,
great.
So we actually have an awesome opportunity for each of you in here to participate in a mission trip to Haiti next August. It'll be August 3rd to the 10th. $925 plus airfare. You're really not going to find a cheaper mission trip than that. And you can apply on the TE Church app. And of course, if you have any questions, come talk to anybody out at What's Next or at the Reach table today in the atrium. This is just super cool because what's awesome about that ministry down in Haiti is we're not just going down there to build a church. We're going down there to love on the people of Haiti.
Wow,
and
there
we're
you
going.
go.
Yeah, we're going down to just support the ministries that are already established down there. So they're already doing incredible things. It gives me chills just to think about what has been happening down there in Haiti. God definitely has his hand on TE Church and Healing Haiti. Yeah.
Kayla, if someone's out here right now and they're kind of thinking about that one thing that they want to be a part of, what is the easiest way for them today to get involved with this team?
So the easiest way today is to walk out of these doors, turn right at the Reach table. You can sign up to serve on the Reach team. And what happens is after you sign up to serve, you'll receive an email with a link to fill out an application. And through that application, you're going to be put into the Reach database, essentially, and you'll be given dates of all of the things happening through Reach Days. So you'll be given dates throughout the month that we're serving in the community. So you can say, hey, I really would love to serve that Saturday that we have at the soup kitchen. And that's really the easiest way to know what is happening through the community with us.
And then if they don't get to do it today, then they can also do it through the app, correct? Can we do it through the app?
I don't know if we can do that
Sign
through the
up.
app.
Sign up for.
Sign up for Reach Days?
No, sign up to be on to get the emails from Reach.
Yes, you can sign up through the app.
Good.
Okay. Now, for anyone who's here who wants to have more details, who really is really interested and just wants to know the fine tuning about what Reach is, we have a night that's coming up for them.
Yeah, I'm super excited about this event that Reach is hosting here at TE Church. It's called Night Around the World. And what this event is, it's on September 20th. What this event is just a night for you to spend with your family to learn more about Reach, to learn more about what TE Church is doing in the community and globally, and learn more of the details about how you can be involved and how you can lend a hand to help. It's a dinner, so there is a fee. So children 3 and under is free. 4 to 12 is $10, and 13 and up is $20. And it's really a cool thing because since it's called Night Around the World, we're having cuisine represented from countries around the world.
Oh, that sounds delicious. Yeah,
hey, Thai food? Can you tell me? Or is it a secret?
You have to come to find out.
I love it.
Putting both in for Thai food.
As we're kind of coming to a close here, talk about what our goals are. Because listen, we're just at the beginning stages.
Yes.
We really are at the forefront and the baby steps. We're kind of going into our toddler phase, right?
Yes.
We're ready. Tell us about your goals, our goals.
So some of our goals for the rest of 2019 is to serve 1,000 free meals through the soup kitchen in Wheeling, to serve 2,000 people at Rock the Pumpkin, and to provide Christmas for another 200 children in the valley.
That's
great.
Good. I love it.
So we didn't talk anything about this, but another project that TE Church participates in is the Angel Tree Project. And what that is during Christmas time here at TE Church, you have the opportunity to pick a name of a child to provide Christmas for that year. So we partner with the Salvation Army in Bel Air, and they send us names of children in the valley that they know would not be able to have a Christmas if it weren't for the people who choose to provide Christmas for them. And last year we served 150 children. We gave 150 children Christmas last Christmas, and this year our goal is 200 children, and I believe we can do that.
We can do that for sure.
Great.
Kayla, the last thing that I want you to do, I want you to speak to that person out here who's kind of not sure. They kind of want to step in, but they're not sure. Just share your heart with that person tonight.
What I want to say is we are called to be Jesus. That is what we are called to do. And from the time Jesus was born until the time that he died on the cross, rose again, and went into heaven, he was serving people.
That's right.
That is all that he did, was serving people. So what a better way to be Jesus to the people of this world than to serve them, not only in the church when they're walking through our doors, but also out in the community. That says, you matter to me, and I want to do everything I can to show you love, to be radically generous to you, and just to serve you to no end.
So good.
It's great.
Give it up for Kayla
Yes,
and Tasha.
thank you guys. You're the
Wow,
best.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you. Man. So good. Appreciate you guys so much. Hey, as we talk about reaching out, I want to talk about just reaching in for 1 minute. And Pastor Robert talked about it. Next weekend, we start Don't Stop the Music. Really one of the most important, and listen, I get it, it's creative and it's fun, but there's so much more to it than that. It's one of our most important series of the year. It's the series we challenge people to invite somebody, bring somebody next weekend. And when you do that, listen, we're shooting for 1,000 people next weekend, and it's not just to say, oh, we had 1,000 people in church. No, that's not it. But listen, every number represents a name, and every name has a story, and every story matters to God. Yeah. So the more people we can reach, the more lives we can see changed. So listen, I'm really getting kind of up in your grill tonight if I can. Listen, in a big church, it's easy to go, well, somebody else will bring somebody. No, man, this is on us. It's on you. Who are you bringing next week? And I don't mean just randomly texting someone. I mean having a conversation. I want to see, here's my dream is. I want to see so many people in this place next week that all of you that call TE Church home, that you're so excited that you're willing to sit in the atrium and watch it on the TV so our guests can have a seat and hear about Jesus and have their life changed. That's my hope. That's my dream. Let's do that. Bring somebody next week. And Linda, I was thinking about this whole reach thing and how far God is willing to go. And I was thinking about me. I'm not a cat person. Let me just be clear that I believe when God created a cat, that it was actually something to antagonize us, to make our lives miserable, because cats are crazy and you can't trust them. Now, if you don't like that, I'm sorry, but it's true. You cannot, listen, you spell cat backwards, it's tack for attack. You spell dog backwards, what do you got? Oh, see? I'm just saying. You figure it out. But here's the point. we had a cat, little cat, Larissa, our daughter, somebody, I don't know who brought it home, but I was like, what do? And we had this cat, and the cat, Isabel, we had a tree out in the side yard, and Isabel managed to climb up in this tree, and she got stuck in the tree, and I couldn't reach her. And I'm like, what do? I don't even like this cat. But the cat belonged to me. And I thought, I've got to do something about it. So I got the ladder out, and I'm trying to get the ladder up against the tree, and I don't even like heights, and I'm climbing up the tree. And I think when I finally get the cat, what's the cat going to do? Like scratch me. And I'm like, whatever. But the cat, I just felt a responsibility towards the cat. So I did what I had to do in order to get a cat that I didn't even like. How much more would your heavenly Father do for you, for somebody that he uniquely and wonderfully created and has a great plan for your life? Come on, how far is he willing to go for you? How far will he reach for you, someone that he's in love with and has a great plan for? Listen, what I'm telling you is there are some of you that you feel far from God because of what you've done, some of the choices that you've made. Maybe it's not something that you did, it's something that someone did to you. And you feel devalued, and you look at your life through a shattered lens, and you keep it together most of the time. But some of us in this room right now, you're carrying around guilt, you're carrying around shame, and there's just stuff that's happened in your life, and there's parts of your life that feel broken. And what I'm trying to get you to understand is that there is a God that is so desperate for you, he will reach to the ends of the earth in pursuit of you because he loves you that much. There is nothing that can keep you from the love of God. Come on, somebody, there is nothing. I don't care where you've been. I don't care what you've done. I don't care the mistakes that you've made. Come on, there is nothing that can keep you from the love of God. I want to read this to you. It's in the book of Acts. Check this out. The Apostle Paul is talking to some so-called religious people in Athens. It says this in Acts 17, starting verse 22. Paul stood in the middle of the court and said, "Men of Athens, I see that you are very religious. As I was going through your city and looking closely at the objects you worship, I noticed an altar with this written on it, 'To an unknown God.' I'm telling you about the unknown God you worship." And Paul is about to kind of unpack who this God really is. And as I read that scripture, I thought, man, how many of us are worshiping something other than God? Great question. How many of us are worshiping the gods of football? How many of us are worshiping the gods of celebrities, the gods of money, the gods of music? We're all worshiping something. Paul said, no, let me explain who this God really is. And then he said this: the God who made the universe and everything in it is the Lord of heaven and earth. He doesn't live in shrines made by humans, and he isn't served by humans as if he needed anything. He gives everyone say everyone. He gives everyone life, breath, and everything they have. How many of you know the reason that you have anything is that God put it in your hand? You didn't do anything to get it. God's allowed you to have it. From one man, he has made every nation of humanity to live all over the earth. He has given them the seasons of the year and the boundaries within which to live. He has done this so that they would look for God and somehow reach for him and find him. In fact, he is never far from any one of us. I don't know if you feel far from God tonight, but I want to tell you, you're just one reach away. Look at me now. You are just one reach away from a God that is reaching down to you. And if I just have a moment that this is so important. And some of us come to church and we don't know why we come. Maybe it's just because you like the music or you feel better when you leave. But I'm going to tell you there's more to your life if you'll just reach up to God. Because what I'm talking about is not based on a religion. It is based on a relationship with Jesus, who is the Son of the Father, who came to save the broken and the brokenhearted. And that's us. He came to rescue us from our sin. Real quick, just an honest moment. You're in church. How many of you have ever made a mistake? You've sinned before. Just put your hand up. And if your hand's not up, shame on you. You're in church. You're lying right now because we're all jacked up. It's true. Every single person. But Jesus came, paid the price for our sin so that we could be in good standing with God. And the scriptures tell us now, because of his work, not ours, that we are white as snow in God's eyes. We are blameless and spotless in the eyes of the Father. What do we have to do to get that? Do we have to start doing anything? You don't have to start praying to be saved. You don't have to start doing anything. You don't have to start giving. You don't have to start going to church. You don't have to start doing anything. You don't even have to stop doing anything. You don't have to stop cussing. You don't have to stop drinking. You don't have to stop smoking. No. Ephesians 2:8-9 says we are saved by grace, not of works that any man should boast. The reason that God saves us is just because he loves us and wants us. It's not about what we do. But once we come into the kingdom, that's a different story. See, the kingdom is reserved for the seeker. The kingdom is reserved for the obedient. The kingdom is reserved for those that knock, and the kingdom is reserved for those that reach. And I believe tonight some of us are ready to take one step and say, God, this is going to be real for me, and I'm going to reach up to you. I believe many's lives will be changed because of the reach. Let's pray together, every head bowed, every eye closed.